Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of the YouTube world, CJ Rose's back in the building. Welcome back to the channel. We got ourselves a very hectic weekend ahead of us. 4 shows are going down this weekend, 4 of them. You got WWE Evolution 2 on Sunday. You got Saturday night's main event on Saturday. And at the same exact time, you got All Elite Wrestling, All in Texas. But before we even get to any of those, we have one show in the afternoon on Saturday. It is NXT, Great American Bash. That will be going down at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Saturday. And that's what we're here to talk about. Prediction videos or predictions for NXT Great American Bash. 5 matches. Let's hop on to it. As we talk about the first match, which will be Javon Evans versus Jasper Troy. Jasper Troy, the Season 1 LFG winner, who made a pretty big impact when he first burst on the scene, jumping the NXT champion Obafemi to the point where he got himself an NXT title shot in only his second match. Pretty good showing. But ever since that loss, all Jasper's ever wanted was another crack at Obafemi. The thing is, he's got a little bit of a roadblock in front of him in the form of Javon Evans, where Javon once again gives somebody advice and then gets his ass beat because he wants to give said person advice. And I'm like, Javon, at this point, bro, just don't talk to anybody. just don't say nothing to nobody, bro. Just go about your business. Because every single time you try to give some positivity, you get hurt for it. Remember when he tried to tell Ethan Page, yo, you a good guy, bro. You just got to find it in you. And then when he said that, what happened? Ethan Page broke his jaw. Now he tells the same thing to Jasper Troy. What Jasper Troy do? Just throw that man around, bro. Like, come on. At this point, Javon, just handle your own business, bro. Don't worry about nobody else. But in this size versus speed type of deal, I got Jasper Troy winning. I believe this will be Jasper's 4th or 5th match on NXT. So yeah, if we trying to build him up the way that I'm thinking that, or the way that I'm hoping that they should be able to build him up, yeah, I got Jasper Troy taking the W. As we move on to the NXT Women's North American Championship, as Sol Ruka with Zarya in the corner will defend against Izzy Dane with Tatum Paxley in her corner. I don't know if Izzy Dane is like the new leader of the culling, but it looks like she calls the shots at this point. Like Sean Spears is just like the motivational speaker, while Izzy Dane is like the one that just kind of just starts actions and puts them together. So how Tatum Paxley started joining Izzy Dane. Izzy Dane put a plan together, and now Tatum Paxley's part of the culling. Now, I already know Tatum Paxley's she's gonna get kicked out. Izzy Dane's gonna beat the hell out of her. She's going to. I don't know when, but Tatum Paxley will be built as some type of big baby face. So just look out for that. I'm just saying. But right now, Tatum is here, and Izzy Dane gets a crack at Sol Ruka and the Women's North American Championship. I got Sol Ruka taking the W. I got her winning. I also feel like maybe Tatum Paxley plays a role in this match. Maybe she just tries to help, but probably gets in the way. And then Izzy Dane gets mad, but then you probably on NXT, Tatum will probably explain, like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean for that to happen, you know, da 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 da. And then Izzy will be like, it's okay. Accidents happen. But in another type of language, it's kind of like, if you do that one more time, I'm going to hurt you. So we'll see how all that goes. But yeah, I got Sol Ruka retaining the women's North American title. From the women's North American title to the men's North American title, as absolute Ricky Saints will challenge All Ego Ethan Page in a, I believe it's a Falls Count Anywhere or a no holds barred match. It's one of those no disqualification matches. Okay. Ricky Saints gets his rematch against Ethan Page. These two have been going at it for a minute, to the point Ava was just like, okay. We need to come up with a solution. How are we going to do this? So they everybody involved came up with the solution of Ricky Saints would face, what's the name? Vanity? Something like that. I forgot the group's name already. But this is group in WWE Evolved that Ethan Page just started, I guess, being buddy with. And they took on Ricky Saints in a gauntlet match. And Ricky Saints won that gauntlet match, giving him the opportunity at Ethan Page. Also, it's against a no disqualification match, so anything goes. You're probably going to see a lot of weapons involved. I'm trying to think who wins this. I want to say Ethan Page wins this, but I also can see Ricky Saints winning this. So this is probably that match on the card where it's like, okay, I don't know who wins. I don't really know who gets that W. So I'll just throw a name out the hat. I got Ricky Saints getting back the North American title, and then going on to build. And then once he loses, then we can comfortably say, okay, he's ready for the NXT title. Let's put that on him. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I got Ricky Saints getting back his North American title. As we get into tag team action, as it will be Fatal Influence, Fallon Henley and the NXT Women's Champion JC Jane, as they team up to take on Jordynne Grace and making her NXT in-ring debut, Blake Monroe. So Miss Blake Monroe, formerly known as Mariah May, has burst on the scene, and she has one goal in mind, is the NXT Women's Championship. Now, her and Fatal Influence have had some run-ins, as well as on Sunday, Jordynne Grace will challenge JC Jane for, the NXT Women's Championship. So this is pretty much a preview of that. And Blake Monroe getting her in-ring debut, or NXT in-ring debut, plus a little bit of revenge on Fatal Influence, because last time I remember, I believe they put Blake Monroe through a table. So Blake gonna get some revenge shots in. How this match will go on Saturday will determine how the NXT Women's Championship match on Sunday goes. I have Jordynne Grace and Blake Monroe winning because this is Blake's in-ring debut, so she kind of has to get the win automatically. You know what I'm saying? So that's pretty much how it'll go. But we'll talk about Evolution tomorrow. We got our prediction videos ready for that. But yeah, I got Blake Monroe and Jordynne Grace taking the W. Blake Monroe has a hell of a showing, and Jordynne Grace gets momentum heading into Sunday. All this leads up to the main event. In my mind, probably the main event, as the NXT Championship's on the line, as the ruler, Obafemi, will defend against Itamura. I don't know how to say his first name. but more. So NXT has been doing something interesting with Obafemi as NXT champion over this past month or two. Oba's last 3 title defenses were against 3 men who are not main eventers. But it looks like NXT is looking to build them into stars. NXT Battleground, Obafemi defended against Miles Bourne, who at the time was a tag team wrestler, kind of on his own now. Then his next opportunity was against Jasper Troy, as I mentioned earlier in the prediction video. And now on Saturday, he takes on Moore. I kind of like what they're doing with Obafemi as champion. They're kind of experimenting, kind of trying to see, okay, who do we want to build or who do we think needs more work? And that's kind of where we are with Oba. I kind of like that. I'm a little bit surprised we never really did that with anybody else as NXT champion, but here we are. Actually, we kind of probably did that with Braun Breaker a little bit. Yeah, we kind of did that. He had a good amount of challengers, and some of them were not main eventers, but they were like on the brink of them. So I kind of get that part. I kind of get that. But I mean, I got Obafemi winning. I mean, I don't see Itamura getting it done here. Him and Briggs still look like they're trying to get better as a tag team. So I don't see Itamura getting this W here. Yeah, so I got the Ruler retaining. There's not much to go off here. So I got the Ruler retaining the NXT title. And those were my NXT Great American Bash predictions. I'm looking at time. That was less than 15 minutes, so I feel good about that. I feel good about that. So I mean, this was about the shortest prediction video I can make. But yeah, NXT Great American Bash going down. It'll be the first of 4 shows for the weekend to start. It starts at 3 p.m. So definitely once that's done, gonna try to watch Saturday night's. Well, I don't have to try to watch Saturday night's main event. I probably will be watching it. And then once All In is done, I'll see what happened there, and then I'll probably make a couple videos for that. And then of course Sunday is WWE Evolution. The prediction video for that will be tomorrow. That will be a long one. That's a 7-match prediction video. That's gonna be long. that's gonna be long. So strap in for that one. But yeah, that's all we got. So until then, it's been Rose, man. Thank you for watching. Thank you for all the love and support as always. We are building to that 1K, man. We got 32 more to go. Let's do what we gotta do. So until next time, peace, love, 100. Yeah.